And running back, of course, Ty Davis Price takes 1,000 yards with him to the NFL. And we talked about Noah Cain a few times with you during the offseason, him coming into the mix. That's an interesting conversation in regards to all the guys vying for running back carries.
Absolutely. I mean, Noah Cain, if you look at it, Mark, he's the most experienced back on the team. That, you know, on roster, he's not there yet, but he's got to be the most, you know, experienced and the most productive when you look at carries, when you look at, you know, yards, touchdowns. John Emery, you know, he missed the entire season last year academically. It was a huge blow, and Ty Davis Price came in, took advantage of it in the greatest way possible, and now there's talk of him being a huge sleeper pick in this draft because of his weight loss, because of all of the progress he's made during this spring training for the draft. I mean, Ty looks unbelievable. He looks in the best shape he's ever been. John Emery Jr. is no doubt inspired by that. Ty is one of his close friends. I think he's always kept the faith with LSU because LSU always kept the faith with John. Who knows why that happened last year, who's to blame. But it seems like, I don't think it would have been on LSU's specific fault for John to stay with the program and to believe in this new staff. And John's all in. He's fumbled 2 times in 3 practices. In his first 3 practices. No fumbles that I've heard of up through practice 5 and 6. But he did have those 2 fumbles in his first 3. But, Mike Denbrock took him to the side and just put his arm around him and said, hey, it's not like we're going to stop giving you the ball. This is just a purely mental thing, basically. And, it's okay. You're fumbling it, but you've got to stop doing this. We got to figure out why it's happening. But it's not like we're going to stop giving you the ball. Interestingly enough, as much as they have, grinded with John completely through spring, throwing him the ball a lot out of the backfield as well, Mark, just as much as they've been running, doing all these nice RPO action, running plays with him out of the back, some zone read and stuff like that. A lot of what they were doing, too, was giving Corey Keiner the majority of the reps this Saturday, the sophomore who had a fantastic freshman year. I think he had 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 300-something yards. Was fantastic last year, jumping over guys, stiff-arming guys, plowing over dudes in live games, just crazy. He has special talent, Mark. Corey Keiner, he's a lot thicker, bigger than I've ever seen him, too. He was absolutely brilliant watching him up close in person, and then seeing him last week as well in Louisiana. He's got that presence about him. Jake Flint, I cannot stress it enough, Mark, what that strength and conditioning staff has done. Absolutely maximizing every one of these guys. Trey Bradford looked good on a few of these plays as well. It's really interesting with Trey Bradford. Transfers away from LSU, transfers back to LSU, and now he might be the odd man out, but he can't really transfer anywhere this season. And so he's going to have to ride it out either way. And it's going to be very interesting to see with Trey Bradford